Hello YouTube, this is Judson Game 44 here, and today I am here to review SpongeBob the Cosmic Shake. Now, this video game, I didn't really think I was actually going to be able to play it, simply because I didn't have the game system for it. But after 2 months when it came out, a family member of mine decided to get this game with a PlayStation 4 for me, which I was very surprised but very happy all at the same time. It was a very big surprise for me, honestly, and I was very grateful for it. But now that we are here, this is honestly the first SpongeBob game we get since since SpongeBob Hero Pants that came back way back in 2015, almost 10 years ago. Well, technically 8, but you get the point. Almost a decade ago. Well, except when you count SpongeBob Battle Rehydrate. That game, but still. This is our first SpongeBob game we got that's something new, and more exploring, adventuring, and collecting all together. And honestly, it was a lot of fun playing. Now, when I first played this game and everything, I was going through and trying to see how far I could get, how many coins, and then I tried to get more serious, try to find where all the coins were. It was honestly interesting. So let's begin with the first level. Well, not the first level. In the hub world. When you first start, you're first trying to just test out some of the game mechanics. You can't use them until the game allows you to once you're trying to test it out at the beginning. Now, I did find some interesting things as I was exploring, and as it turns out, I think you can only find the Mermaid Man and Barber going invisible boatmobile in that time before you meet Madame Cassandra, because once I actually try to see the boat again, it was gone. So I guess you can only find that boatmobile when you're not there. I mean, before you meet Madame Cassandra and start all that chaos. And besides all that, the other thing I found interesting, I think I may have found 1,400 jelly secretly. I don't know how, but it might have been a game glitch. But still. But either way, once we start getting to the game story, Madame Cassandra, who actually is the main enemy of the game, but also the helper as well. Now, I knew about her existence from the very beginning because I looked up a few YouTubers who were talking, and they were just kind of a bit weird that they were making a new character instead of using one from the show, like Plankton and all that stuff. But there was not really that much going on about her then, and then I just forgot until later on. And then, I wonder who's the villain of this game. And then I quickly remember, oh wait, it's her. Which, honestly, it was kind of impressive. Her character design and honestly, her character herself was very interesting. I kind of wish we got to know a little bit more about her, but yes, she was honestly funny. She made very obvious to us that she was a villain, that she was having something secret, but we just didn't know what it was yet until the very end. But besides Madame Cassandra, what we do in this game it was fun. In the first level, we go to a Cowboy West Bikini Bottom, which was fun. Then we go to a director's, which was fun. And then we went to Pirates on the Beach, which was also fun. And Prawn was actually the villain in that level, which was they brought back someone who was from Bikini Bottom into this video game. Sorry about that interruption with the link. But no, I forgot how exactly the level goes. I don't remember which one it exactly goes yet. But if I remember, we went to Halloween Town next. And then Rock Bottom, but now all Halloween theme, which looks absolutely amazing. And then we finally go to, oh yeah, the Cayman with boy. And we go to then Knights and Dragons. Well, not really. We don't fight dragons. We fight witches. Although she actually helps us. And finally, after witches, we go to Glove World, which was amazing. After that, we go to the final boss and then complete the game. This was all a very interesting gameplay experience, and at the very end, it pretty much the character gets one final last wish, and with the magic bubble shoop, and Patrick said, "I wish we could do this all over again," and everyone freaks out, and then the bubble pops. The end. I will admit that was kind of a disappointing ending, but hey, it is what it is. Because I kind of wish there was a little bit more to it, but still, nothing really else. That really, besides really, it's basically telling the gameplay you can replay the game all over again. So, what were my thoughts about this whole entire game altogether? Well, to be honest, it was a lot of fun at first playing it and then going to get all the coins. There were a total at least about 70 coins. And honestly, I am not going to lie, it was kind of actually a disappointment collecting them all because I thought there was going to be something I get once I get them all, and really there was nothing. The costumes were actually all easy to unlock since they all require 500 jelly, and the jelly was not really made for any more use than that buying the costumes once you get enough golden coins. Which once you get a specific number, the first number you get starts with 2 coins. The moment you get 2 without even selecting it, it automatically unlocks it, and then you have to restart collecting more golden coins. I kind of wish they would give you the choice, like how many coins you collect first, and then spend them on the costumes selection of group of 4 they have lock. Like, I kind of wish you can just collect 4, but skip the 2, if you understand what I mean by that. But other than that, the levels were honestly fun at first, but when it came to actually replaying them again, they are honestly kind of boring. They were a lot more fun once the other things were unlocked. In this case, they gave you like small mini challenges, so it makes the gameplay longer. But honestly, in order to complete this game 100%, you have to like go through every level first and then play them all over again. But this time, find all the secret mini games that are in those levels that you couldn't unlock before because you didn't have that certain power that you didn't have in the previous one. The costumes were good, I would say, but they didn't really offer that much interest, really. It was just like, collect this costume, get this costume type thing. The costumes really don't offer anything special. Really, once you get the costume, you don't really need to wear it, especially when you need to wear it for a new video game. A new level. Like, it's basically nothing more of a show. I actually tested out. I actually switched costumes before I had to go into the portal, and it actually does work. So, really, the costumes is nothing more but like, oh, SpongeBob looks like a cowboy, or SpongeBob looks like a knight, type thing. I'm honestly not gonna lie, I was actually very disappointed in this type of game. As I got further, it was really just like, eh. Because like there were some sections I wanted to do, but then this and that. They also had the same where you wanted to collect these golden coins that you couldn't unlock until you got to the leaf blower from Club World that was in other levels you couldn't get before because you had to unlock that level first and completed it. But once they do that, they just recopy the boss they did in that one with the giant jelly angling monster or something. And I really did not like that. It was kind of a bit of a lazy turn. And the golden coins were either just hidden, or, like I said with the small mini games, there's a dozen of them, and they like did this a lot purposely with a lot. Like, they made sure to constantly give you a short mini game or just something where you just you want the coin, you have to get the level first. You have to do this first or that, which was kind of a very big disappointment to me because the coins were honestly sometimes like in Bikini Bottom with the third level of the pirates and everything. There were a few of coins where you could get but could not get because you need the K-Man power boost where you can stomp on something by dropping yourself down very hard to break the cage, and then there's a coin and there's a trampoline where you just jump right on top of it, and then you're right back to the beginning. Like, really? That's what we get? Why couldn't we just get the coin instead? To me, that was like bad game design to me. I think it would have been more fun if you can open up more sections of the game. where you can actually like explore a completely different area. The levels were just very focused on the actual where you need to get from point A to point B. It really was not that open compared to Battle Bikini Bottom or Rehydrated, where you could go a little bit more different places throughout those games. They could have used the jelly because really you could get a lot of that jelly easily. Since every costume is a group of 4 that you need to unlock with more of the golden coins, each costume costs the exact same price, 500. You may think, oh, but that's 2,000 coins. It's really not that lot when you really see all the options you have. And honestly, the golden coins really were not that anything special. And besides that, with the other collectibles, the golden spatulas, I get the point, but to me that was pure laziness. Because the golden spatulas don't offer you, they're just bonus collectibles if you want to complete the game more. And they're easy to find if they just kind of like hid them in a way. But you can easily find them, then you guys just find out where they are. Patrick's sticky notes is all across the hub world. You also have Spot in a hiding place, and once you find all of them, he's returned to Plankton. And not just Plankton, but also eats of this and that. You also have Gary, who has been turned into this giant monster. All the other bosses, some were not actual bosses, some were like more like obstacles where you would have to do something. And once you did it, you're able to take that character back. Now, the point of all this is where, because of what Magic Cassandra got SpongeBob Patrick to do, which I'm not gonna lie, is it a bit weird that Patrick has actually gotten a lot better with reading? Because in the cutscene at the very beginning of the game, he was able to read that whole entire bubble stroke with no problem. Like, dang. Where all the directions and warnings were. I was impressed. He definitely got better with reading. Because Patrick usually is the dumb one having problems throughout the series we've seen. But honestly, other than that, I will admit, all the dialogue and chats and conversation that all these characters' voice lines and everything had, either by references, and even the levels were very amazing with a bunch of references that I quickly noticed, like, wow, they have a reference to this episode and that episode. I will admit, that was very impressive. It was amazing seeing Pearl in a video game, as she was supposed to be, I heard, in the actual original Battle Bikini Bottom, but with cut content. So that was nice. It was actually interesting. Now, I will be honest, once the levels, you complete this game 100% and everything, like if you want to do that, okay. But honestly, after I did that, the game became boring because really, I did everything, I know everything. I would only come back to this game just to like replay it all, just so I can just look around and find more references and this. And like, dang, I didn't notice this before. Now, in all honesty, I do think this game is like meh. I mean, it was very fun in the beginning, but once you complete and everything, like I said before, the game is not really that interesting anymore. And I'm not gonna lie, it's kind of a bit of a disappointment, because when it came to Battle Bikini Bottom and Rehydrate, I was way more interested in that game. So, I'm gonna give this game at least a 7 out of 10. It's definitely a good game still nonetheless, because it's very creative, it's very fun to play. But really, once you get done with exploring and adventuring, and how the game looks and everything, it does kind of get boring because like everything I have said before. The levels are very from point A to point B with small mini games to get more coins, but can only get once you unlock the other power boosts from the other levels first. So you would have to go back to those levels to play those games. And so yeah, that's one thing. But other than that, this was still a impressive game. The jelly monsters were fun. The toy, I especially love SpongeBob's kicking move. But in all honesty, this is the end of the review. I hope you all did enjoy this. And until then, this is Judson Game 44 signing out. Until then, I'll see you all later. Bye.